Steph, you said, I get confused that the person is illusory, but we are doing things to be aware of self. Does this mean that practicing self inquiry as a person does something to make the person aware of source? Yeah, this is a very common thought we are bound to have when we are embarking on this teaching. Once again, that is an appearance. Previously, this whole movie that was playing had a different theme. Now it has a new theme of spiritual exploration. And now it looks like spiritual practice. So earlier we did an example of a character on a movie screen thinking about what to do and then doing that. Yet the entire time there's nobody there. It's just an image on a screen. The entire character's thinking and doing is just on a screen. Just like that, there's a character there. There's an image of a character on the screen. And now the thinking of that character and its actions have just become spiritual practice. It's not that what that character is doing is causing spiritual awakening. One way we can say it is that because spiritual awakening is happening, now the movie is looking like that, like meditation or spiritual talks, reading, thinking about the nature of reality. That's why also from one perspective it is said, don't chase any awakening or enlightenment. What does enlightenment look like? It looks like exactly this right here. What does awakening look like? It looks like this. It's not that you are doing these things, engaging in these talks, doing your meditations to make awakening happen. It is because awakening is happening that you are engaging in these talks, meditating. This is where the appearance is sort of complex and um, thought is limited in its capacity to really understand it. So, just in one sense, honor the appearance of like, hey, I am practicing doing things to grow more aware of myself. Honor that appearance, but do know that it is just an appearance. In truth, know that there's really nothing to be done. You are not a doer. You are not even the practicer. You're not the seeker. You are that which even doesn't even have any notion of spiritual awakening. Once again, it's like being at both of those levels: the surface where you are the spiritual seeker, and at the depth where you are nothing. It is a great relief to know that even the spiritual practice you are not the doer of. We always say, hey, be disciplined with your meditations. Do your best to be present during the day. Again and again, keep returning to yourself. Of course, there's a feeling of doership. There's a notion of doership here. Do this, practice, practice, practice. On the surface level, we honor that appearance. Even the desire to practice is due to this awakening already happening. That's why even this desire to practice is arising. Do the practice. Live in alignment with the teaching. Of course, these are all efforts we make. So do all of it while at the same time knowing at a subtler level that you are not the doer of any of it. It's a little frustrating for the mind, but what are we going to do?